What's up guys? Today I'm reviewing this 2016 Cadillac CTS-V. I just want to thank my friend Steve for bringing the car down today and allowing me to review it. We're going to get a look at the exterior as well as the interior. Both are very heavily and tastefully modified. I absolutely love this car. And then we're going to get it out on the road and see what it's like to drive. Alright, let's go check it out. Alright, here she is. 2016 Cadillac CTS-V, otherwise known as the V3. There was the V1, which was the older CTS body style and had a naturally aspirated V8 and actually came manual as an option. Then the V2, which came as a coupe, a wagon, and a sedan, and those all came either manual or automatic as well, and with a smaller supercharged V8, or called the LSA. This has the LT4, the supercharged V8, which is actually straight out of the C7 Z06. Now in stock, the CTS-V makes a whopping 640 horsepower thanks to that supercharged V8. However, this one makes 700 horsepower. That's thanks to a 2.3 upper pulley and a 9.1 lower pulley. Custom tune, Corsa Extreme exhaust, 2-inch American racing headers, a dual nozzle Alky meth system, a Weapon X triple heat exchanger, and a lot more. And as you can see, performance modifications isn't all that's done to this car. You have the beautiful 3-piece forged in-curve wheels with the matching white hardware for the car, which by the way is crystal pearl white tri-coat, and out here in the sun it looks truly spectacular. And to help put all that power down, this car is on Nitto 555 G2 tires. Now I've always loved the aggressive styling of all the generations of CTS-V. Yet for this V3 generation, Cadillac has really stepped it up. They did the most aggressive yet elegant looking, I guess you could say Cadillac looking face possible. And one of my favorite parts, and actually we'll get a look at that in a second, is the DRLs, or daytime running lights, that start from all the way at the top of the headlight and go all the way down to the bottom of the bumper. It looks really mean, especially during the day or even at night when the car's behind you. It's just very imposing. And my friend Steve has actually done anything you can do carbon fiber on this car, he's done it. So you have that giant front splitter with the pearl white accent line going across, and then you've got the grille in carbon fiber, and even the Cadillac crest up here, and actually in the rear too on the trunk lid, it's also carbon fiber, as well as the vents here on the hood. That's for extracting heat. So anything that isn't carbon fiber is gloss black, which adds to the nice accenting. Of course, you got the black headlight buckets, and they're active HID projectors, LED turn signals that are on the bottom part here. So they'll become amber, and then they'll just go back to white to go with the rest of the DRL. All the trim is gloss black. The whole roof is wrapped gloss black. The little shark fin antenna here for the Sirius. What I really love is the little details like on the door handles. So you have these lights here, the locator lights at night, but he's actually wrapped gloss black around them. So the outer piece here is all gloss black. It's very nice. Goes with the wheels nicely because you have the in-curve logo here. It's white along with the hardware. And you can't forget about the carbon fiber side skirts, which also have that gorgeous white pinstriping going all the way across. And you've got the white V logos here on the fenders. They're actually carbon fiber too, the little trim piece that it's on. And then the gloss black side vent. Moving around to the back of the car, we have that huge carbon fiber duckbill trunk spoiler, which I just love. You've got the V logo here in carbon. You got the whole trim piece back here. It says Cadillac carbon fiber, as well as the Cadillac crest. Of course, you got to have a carbon fiber license plate frame. He's got the CTS badges here in carbon fiber, and the taillights are very tastefully smoked out, and they're LED, so you won't have any problem seeing them during the day, especially at night. And then if you look, this massive diffuser that wraps around the whole rear bumper, not only is carbon fiber, but has that same white pinstriping going around. Got the reverse light down there mounted in the diffuser. And you've got that huge Corsa exhaust, which sounds amazing. And don't worry, because we're going to get a start up and rev this thing in a little bit. Now this car has the magnetic ride suspension, and paired with the lowering springs, it sits amazingly. And with the offset and fitment of those in-curve wheels, this car really is perfect. Got nice dark tint on the windows to go with all the gloss black trim. Very Stormtrooper look. I love it. And actually, you can check out the trunk real quick. Big trunk for a family sedan like you'd expect, except other family sedans don't have a meth injection tank sitting in the trunk. That is cool. Alright, close it down. Alright, now let's get a look at the headlights and taillights, as well as the hazard lights. So right away you notice all the carbon fiber trim inside. I'll step inside into these comfy Recaro seats, and you can see this steering wheel is not what you're going to find in other CTS-Vs. This is truly one of a kind. Full carbon fiber, leather wrapped, and contrast stitching steering wheel. Got the V logo, the Cadillac crest here, all the gloss black buttons that are haptic feedback, so they actually light up when you turn the car on. Turn the ignition on for the lights. Here we go. Put them on. Put the hazard lights on. Everything's haptic feedback. So you got the turn signals in the mirror here, as well as the blind spot monitoring, which really comes in handy. Nice and bright. So as you can see, the turn signals are the lower part of the DRL, and I'll actually turn those off in a second so you can see the full-length DRL going down the front. And the top part is always a running light, and then you have the HID projectors. They're by xenon, so the high beam is into one self-contained projector. Just love the profile of this car. It looks so mean. It's like Cadillac did such a good job designing this car. So for the taillights, you've got this really cool design for the turn signals and the brake lights. You have these horizontal bars that are going vertically down the taillight and getting bigger as they go down. And then the running lights are these two bars here that constantly stay lit up. Then you have the third brake light down here in that ducktail. It's nicely integrated. And of course the reverse light down there in the diffuser. But now let's turn off the hazard lights so you guys can see the full DRLs. Let's go in here. So as you can see, when the hazard lights are off or the turn signals, you get these full LED bars that go all the way down the height of the car. And they honestly look menacing. Now let's get a look under the hood. Hood pull there. Alright. Wow. It looks just as nice under the hood as outside the hood. You've got this crazy red carbon fiber engine cover along with the intake. It's matching. You got the supercharged LT4 there. This nice white strut bars going across. The Weapon X intake. And something other performance sedans don't have is a full carbon fiber hood. So the entire hood is one solid chunk of carbon fiber. Truly amazing. And you got the upper and lower pulley down there. This engine cover is just something else, and you've got the V logo there. It just all ties in together perfectly. So right away you notice that Cadillac craftsmanship. All the fit and finish is really amazing. You've got the carbon fiber trim here, the Alcantara, the leather, and this black chrome that Cadillac loves using for their V-Series cars. Of course, you've got the Recaro seats, which is a must-have for the CTS-V. Of course, they're powered, heated, and you got the V logo on the kick plates down here, which actually I believe they're on the rear too. Yep, the nice Cadillac V-Series kick plate. And the back of the seats are full Alcantara, and you've got the little pouches here. And being a basically a mid-size sedan, I wouldn't really call it a full-size sedan. We've got the rear AC, a pretty sizable back seat. Nice and roomy. You've got the V crests here. All the Alcantara. More carbon fiber door trim, and then the Alcantara here. Black chrome. Alright, now let's step inside. This carbon wheel is honestly a piece of art. Not only does it feel great to drive with, feels good in the hands, as it doesn't, you don't get sweaty or anything. It just ergonomically is really perfect. And you got the carbon fiber paddle shifters over here. The shift boot here is actually full Alcantara. There's actually no leather at all. It's just these plastic trim pieces, and you have the manual mode button here. You have traction control, the mode selector, All the gloss black is nice. You've got all the black trim, all the carbon up here. This perforated leather, which I love, the Cadillac does. It adds a nice sporty feel to it. The entire headliner is Alcantara. And you've got the, actually the little holes for the harnesses. That's how you know they're Recaro race seats, when you have the holes for the harnesses. And this slides closed here. It's actually pretty cool. It's automated, so you literally just tap it, or actually you pull it, and if you want to open it, you push it. Alright, it is a very hot day out, so let's start the car right now. Get a little start up. Got the Cadillac user entertainment screen popping up. Let's see, got the mode selector down here, so let's put it in track. The noise really stays the same, but and the gauges stay the same too. But let's give it some revs. Alright, we're at the golf course clubhouse, so I don't want to rev it too much. This thing is super loud, but we'll get it out on the road in a little bit and see how it sounds driving on the street. So it's, we'll leave it idling for now, but as long as we don't rev it, so we get some angry golfers coming over here. You got that nice smell coming inside. I love the smell these cars make. I don't know if it's the exhaust or what, but alright, so sitting inside the CTS-V, one thing you notice is, while on the outside it looks like a very menacing, intimidating, aggressive muscle car of a sedan, and it's got the sounds to match, inside, well, yes, it has the very, very sporty feel and the seats and all the carbon fiber, especially this centerpiece that is this carbon fiber steering wheel, and just all the Alcantara trim and then the leather and the aggressive bolstering on the seats. But at the end of the day, it's still a Cadillac. It's still a comfortable car. You can just relax, cruise when you want to. Yes, it may have 700 horsepower, but it still has all the amenities, all the creature comforts. You've got blind spot monitoring, parking sensors front and rear, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, a full digital gauge cluster with whole information center, very, very ice cold AC, heated seats. I mean, what more can you want? So one thing I love about the cup holders here, with instead of having a spring where you just push it and it retracts and then you have to push it forward manually, you actually pull it here and a little motor pushes it forward, and if you want to open it, you just push on it a little bit and then it will know to open, and that's it. You got these nice aluminum lined cup holders here. You have a little storage, little cigarette lighter, a little pouch here, and you have a pretty good sized center console actually. And if you notice, there's no actual lever or button for the glove box. Instead, it's actually this little haptic feedback button. Glove box opens just like that, and there's no actual button. It's haptic feedback, kind of like on a phone or smartphone. So you close it up, and you got the parking sensors, so advanced park assist, and you got the parking sensors here, your lane keep assist, hazard lights, and a little Easter egg or quirk on these cars is actually it has a hidden compartment that the Escalade has too. So this little trim piece down here, which looks like nothing, you just touch that, all the lights turn off, and you've got a little compartment here. You just touch it again, closes, and that's it. So on the steering wheel here, you have all your haptic feedback buttons as well. So you have, you know, the basic stuff: audio, radio, cruise control, phone, heated steering wheel, adaptive cruise control, and collision avoidance alert. And you've got these really nice fixed paddle shifters. You've got the regular headlight stock up here, wiper, start stop button there. And you've got a full color heads up display. I don't know if you can see that. So it displays the speed. Well, right now it's displaying speed and Sirius XM, but you can really display whatever you want. Alright, now let's go get the CTS-V out on the road and see what it's like to drive. Alright, so right now we're in the 2016 Cadillac CTS-V. And I don't know how well you can hear me, because that 2-inch Corsa exhaust back there sounds truly monstrous. Just little blips of the throttle gets these great roars from the exhaust. And you can hear the supercharger whine too. This thing is really something else. So we'll put it in manual mode right now. So you got that 8-speed transmission, which is lightning quick. So I've got the CTS-V on a pretty windy road right now, and thanks to that magnetic suspension and the lowering springs, the chassis control is so amazing. This car is not only formidable on a drag strip, but on a road course as well. I mean, honestly, I've driven M5s, E63s, C63s, you name it. This honestly feels better. It's more controlled. It feels more planted. Thanks to those nittos out back, the grip is unreal. I mean, this is a 700 horsepower sedan. You know, it's not a minivan. It's, you step on it and you better have the front end pointed where you want. And also the rear end can tend to have a mind of its own too, but it's pretty easy to control thanks to the StabiliTrak. But if you have it off, then you're basically in God's hands there. Yeah, this car is just an absolute joy to drive. I've only spent a couple hours with it, but honestly, this is something I could live with on a daily basis. You don't have to have the exhaust blaring all the time. It can be quiet when you want it to. I'm cruising right now. I'm in 5th gear. We put it back in auto, and it goes right. I mean, just went to 8th gear. Now it's totally quiet. You almost can't even tell the engine is there. The power steering feels nice and weighted. It responds. I mean, the front end goes where you point it. That is for sure. You really can't feel the weight of that big supercharged V8 up there. It's a really great car. Alright, so right now let's just put it in touring mode. So immediately I felt the suspension soften up, the steering actually loosened up. Still hear that Corsa exhaust rumbling away. It sounds amazing. Alright, so now we're going to pop it back down and do sport mode. We'll leave track mode alone. I don't want to unleash the full beast on this back street here. So we've got it in manual mode. Honestly, a quarter, even half throttle, it's more than enough. This car makes so much torque from down low. That supercharged V8 gives you instant torque. The boost is really immediate as soon as you put your foot down. Honestly, feels naturally aspirated. That's what I love about supercharged engines, especially the V8s. Oh, the way you can throw it into corners is honestly astounding for a sedan. Yeah, sure, there's plenty of sports cars that can do better, but they're sports cars, they're not family sedans. Don't want to rip it too much on this road, it's just so loud. Might give it one little pull, but it's just, yeah. This thing is an absolute joy to drive, to be honest. We'll give it one little pull here. Yeah, it's I give it a little sauce there, and it just wants to keep pulling. Wow. I'm sorry if I'm not talking that much. I'm just honestly kind of speechless. This thing commands your full attention when you're driving it. But when you're not in the gas, it's still a Cadillac. It's still a luxury car. Alright guys, well that should do it for this review of the 2016 Cadillac CTS-V. Once again, I just want to thank my friend Steve for bringing the car down and allowing me to review it. See you next time, guys.